Hello guys, welcome everybody to Mando Monday. This is the series where you guys ask the questions and I, of course, answer them. This can be to do with anything related to Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, CSGO, investing, or any current or future update related one. If that's Source 2, an operation which most likely will not happen anytime soon, or something that is pretty much guaranteed, that being the Rio 75% off sale. If you guys have any questions regarding any of those topics or something random, maybe like Star Wars, Lego, or anything miscellaneous, leave it down below this comment section or any other one of my videos, Ask Mando, and then ask your question. It's usually easiest and best for me to find it that way. As it goes for this week, the questions are very juicy as per usual, but there's also a very quick announcement that I think is going to be very important and you're not going to want to miss it if you are invested into Rio right now and plan on it in the next little while. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and of course subscribe for weekly CSGO content. And here's a quick word from our video sponsor, Skins Monkey.
Now today's video sponsor is of course Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a Karambit for an example that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade.
So if you plan on investing into Rio anytime soon, or maybe hold some of these capsules or stickers at this moment in time, because I've seen people do that, the 75% off sale should be here as of today, you watching this video, or sometime this week. These stickers have been around now for a little over a month, and the major ended almost a month ago, which is pretty crazy, and Valve is just trying to milk every penny they can out of these full price stickers and capsules. So if you have any of these things right now, I would suggest selling them to get that full value back. Maybe you unbox one, same kind of thing. This is not for an investment, it's more so as to just help you not lose any money. And if you want some additional confirmation, I would say, about this 75% off sale coming pretty soon, similar to how we used to see Rops tweet out about things before they'd come out, now, well, it's Cadian. Rops and FaZe Clan specifically aren't at the top. Cadian, Heroic, just won the past recent event at Blast. He tweeted at CSGO, when is the sticker sale? The team and a bunch of other people were going crazy. It's pretty much the exact same thing as what Rops did and other players before. Obviously, it's not 100% confirmation, but it's most likely at this point. It's where Valve makes a majority of their money. With that being said, let's hop into this week's questions. Our first question up here is regarding the Battle Scarred paper sticker and of course the holo. And this guy says, do you know why the Battle Scarred paper sticker has grown so much, but the holo version has not really changed at all? Now the paper is even lower supply than it was before, and even the holo. So very good question. It's something we're going to take a look at, but also something we've taken a look at throughout this entire year. So right off the bat, there's 856 of these bad boys on the market at $2.07, and their price has been pretty stagnant the past couple of months. $1.90, it went up to $2.30, and of course dropped back down. It looks like it's going back up, as this looks like somewhat of a dip right here. So let's look at the reasoning. The first and most obvious one is back when Operation Broken Fang was out, you had all these other stickers that people were going after. I remember specifically there were quite a few YouTubers trying to hype up all those recoil stickers. I absolutely hated them. I'm not sure why those got hyped up so much. They look horrible. It's something I've done throughout time and my time inside of CS investing anyway. I've only invested into things that I like to craft with and I think look good on a weapon. That's why I didn't invest into other Riptide stickers or something part of the other Broken Fang sticker collections. This and the Battle Scarred holo are great investments. This situation can also be related somewhat to Katowice, right? You have Katowice 2015 and 14. Let's call 2014, like the Titan holo for an example, we'll call that the Battle Scarred holo. Battle Scarred paper sticker is like a Kato 15 sticker. The reason people are going for that Battle Scarred paper is because the older sticker, the better looking one, is so expensive already. But also this one doesn't look as bad for the price that it's at. And it's probably only going to grow up from here. Other things, I'm seeing this a lot on Twitter, is this thing is actually getting hyped up quite a bit in the community. Because it is so cheap, it looks pretty good. Hopefully that answered your question. Our next question up here is from Barack, and he says, when is the operation in your estimation? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not sure when it's coming. You know, 3 weeks ago before TDM Jesus made that video about him saying there's not going to be an operation, people were all over the place hyping these things up, all on board with it. And now ever since he made that video, people just don't think there's going to be one. The past pretty much this entire year, pretty much felt like there's not going to be one. I've had my reasons in the past. I've talked about another Mando Mondays. I've also made, I think, 2 or 3 dedicated videos on it if you want to go check them out. But yeah, no one knows. Our next question up here is from Blex. And he says, hello Luke, yesterday I bought a Karambit Doppler Phase 4 because I got tired of holding Kata 15 holos. Did not see any profit and was wondering if it was a bad move. I wanted to enjoy some skins for the mid and long-term hold, maybe until the next major or operation. So if you're holding until the next operation, you might be holding for quite a long time. But all jokes aside, the next major is of course in Paris, I believe in February of 2023, so it's not that long off. Last week, I do remember your question when you asked me about the Titan holos and just the Katowice market for 2015 anyway. Yeah, these are the prices the past 6 months for the Titan holo. It's been pretty stagnant, and 2014 is really not that much better either. They have had some little peaks here and there, but nothing crazy. I think these are just, they're so expensive for what they are, and people just, I don't think, want to pick these up to craft with them. Especially, I don't think what helps this is you have something like Riptide, Broken Fang, Stockholm, and Antwerp. You actually had some really, really good looking stickers, which if that stuff didn't come out, I think we'd see an even bigger rise in older stickers like these, if that makes any sense. But your Karambit Doppler Phase 4, this is the chart the past 6 months. It's a lot better than anything else, especially those Kato stickers. It started 6 months ago at $656, now it's $830 on a place like Buff, which is just absolutely crazy. And depending on the float, well, you could sell for maybe up to $1,000. And it looks like it's only going to be going up from here. 2 months ago, I made a video on knives pretty much just blowing up. And the next 2 to 3 days, I'm most likely going to post a video on knives going explosively nuclear. No puns intended with that title, but they have been. Every knife inside of CS, for whatever reason, these were once not the best investment in the game. These were more of a long-term thing. They've become somewhat of a short-term thing now, and I think it's for a few different reasons, and you're not going to want to miss that video later this week. Essentially, everyone's picking up a knife. It changes up how you feel and play the game, essentially, kind of, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it was a great decision, I think, on your part. Our next question up here is from Nikolai Peterson. I'm pretty sure this is your name. He says, hi, Luke. Where do I find how many Stockholm Copenhagen Flame stickers there are, if that's even an options? Greeting to another Flames lover. So yes, I do love Copenhagen Flames. At one point, I had an entire inventory based off of them. Not so much anymore. It's a little bit of half here and there. Trying to go for #1 floats and a lot of different items. But yeah, we're kind of running into a problem right now where, for an example, CSGO Exchange, this is the website I used for a very long time to check how many stickers were on the market and people's inventories and whatever, is no longer really working. It's extremely buggy. There's not really any other site to compete with it. The best thing you can do in this situation, obviously you can go on CSGO Float, see how many are applied already, go on all the known marketplaces for an example, and see how many are listed on certain websites and the Steam market. The Steam market, in my opinion, people might not agree with this, but you're going to get the best idea by looking at the Steam market right there, especially if it's not an expensive item. And I know these stickers are not expensive. They're like $2 or $3. It's obviously not that high in quantity, which is very good. But you also have to remember there are still quite a few of these capsules in people's inventories when investing into this stuff. The quantity is probably going to grow over time. Our next comment up here is from this guy. He says, I made $800 by selling 3 M4A4 coalitions. I'm assuming it's in the factory new condition, and if so, well, congratulations to you and really anyone else who made profit on this update. I was one to make quite a bit of profit. I was very happy with my profit as well, which was pretty awesome. I've been switching to the M4A4 actually recently, and I've been noticing a big difference in game. The A1S is still good, but it's just not as good as the A4, especially if you can hit those headshots at longer ranges and you know the spray. I feel comfortable with the spray. I've been using the A4 since 2015, it seems to be. It's very good for me, and I feel a lot more comfortable with it when I'm playing. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm selling my Prince stream either for the M4A1S. I'm keeping that as well. But let me know what you guys are doing. Are you guys selling your A4s, keeping your A1Ss? What weapon are you using in-game right now? Our next question up here is from Halftime. He says, hey, Luke, I was wondering where you see knives at this point in time. They have gone very much up in price, and are they coming down anytime soon? I want to buy into them right now, but I'm a bit scared the price is just going to drop. What are your thoughts on all of this? Love your videos. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. So like we talked about earlier in the video, knife prices, like you mentioned, are only going up and have been only going up this entire year. And it's kind of difficult to talk about this and really the entire market and investing into CS. CS is not really a comparable thing to any other game, let alone the stock market or crypto, for an example. It's not regulated, it's just regulated by people. And with that, we haven't seen any other year similar to this one where things have only really gone up, and especially without any operation or an event. On the years prior to this, the years we thought things would go up didn't really. You know, in 2018 and 2019, when CS got introduced to China, skins didn't really go up a whole lot. at least as much as people see them now. Right now, you would think people would stop playing the game, not be interested in CS, but it's the complete polar opposite. I'm not 100% sure why. And as long as people are still staying interested in CS, I don't see knife prices dropping anytime soon. Like we talked about earlier, I have a video coming out on this pretty soon as well. It just comes down to how many people are playing the game, I think. I wouldn't get so much mixed up in the point of an operation. Yes, operations are going to drop prices of items and cases, for example, but they're not going to just plummet these things like people have talked about. I think that was a little bit of a clickbait move and a stupid move on their part, pretty much getting people to panic sell a lot of different items. Next question up here is from Elementi. He says, Luke, what are your thoughts on Star Wars Andor? So Andor, I haven't really given it a full fair watch, if I'm going to be honest with you, but this new generation of TV shows for Star Wars, not a huge fan. The Mandalorian, you know, it's pretty good. It's where I got a lot of ideas. The Book of Boba Fett gave me a horrible taste in my mouth. I'm not sure why. I just think the production quality of these Disney shows, not just Star Wars, they're just trying to pump out so many in a very short period of time. They're not having enough time writing the shows, looking at older things, older lore to make sense in the story. But most importantly, the CGI and the effects in these shows like Kenobi were absolutely horrendous, and they were horribly treated. Even with Andor, the CGI was good, but it wasn't, you know, top-notch Lucasfilm quality that you used to see. And to be honest, Andor just wasn't really my thing at the beginning, and I don't really see myself watching it anytime soon. But I'm happy for people who enjoy it because I know there are and is that audience. But for next year, you know, with The Mandalorian Season 3, I hope it's good. I'll be watching that. If there's like a new Clone Wars show, which I know Bad Batch is coming out, definitely hop on that. But we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think and if you watch Star Wars down below. Our second to last question up here is from Lucas, and he says, I really hope the market crashes. I want to buy an M9 Tiger Tooth for 400 euros. Prices are insane at the moment. So like throughout this entire video, prices are crazy, yes, on these knives, but I don't see them going down. And when they do go down, I don't think they're going to go to 400 euros or $400 essentially. It's a little over that, maybe 450. But I think they're going to come down, yes, to some sort of degree or extent. The market, in my opinion, is at a pretty pivotal point. You have a lot of items reaching new highs and current highs. I don't think they can really go any higher because people are just not going to pay the price. I mean, you're seeing that with Cato 15 stickers and, of course, something like DreamHack Atlanta 2017, Boston 2018, even Cato 14. You're seeing people just not wanting to pay certain prices for certain items anymore. That's why they're halting essentially in price. And I think we're probably going to reach that pretty soon. And something for like an M9 Bayonet Tiger Tooth, they're not too crazy in price. The past 6 months, they've been absolutely crazy from $500. Now they're $800 on a place like Buff. It's just absolutely nuts. This is a chart you would see 2 or 3 years ago in maybe 3 years, not an entire 6 months, which is just crazy. And of course, our last question up here is from Rogue Jetster. He says Medusa or Prince. For me, I'm definitely gonna have to go with the Medusa. The Medusa is just an OG skin. I love the Gods and Monsters collection. I actually had one back in the day. Really regret that I sold it. The Prince, I've been off and on with this skin. I think I really enjoy it. But at the time when this thing came out and everyone was talking about it, the gun gear was also a big thing on the table. I enjoyed probably the gun gear a little bit more, but the Prince obviously looks a little bit better, especially for what I would want to craft stickers with. But that is just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. That pretty much wraps up today's episode of Mando Monday. Leave your questions for next week's video down below this comment section or any other one of my videos. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.